Hi, welcome to day 5 of our business class. And if this is the first time of you coming across my channel, my name is Winner Abraham and I'm the founder of Winner Group. And one of the things that we do in Winners Group is to build other businesses and follow them up in making them successful. So today we're going to be talking about 5 things that makes businesses fail after their 2 years. 5 things that makes businesses fail after the 2 years. And stay in touch because number 3 is very important. And the first is the founder. So everything that we do, no matter what kind of businesses we are going to, it all depends largely on the founder. So the foundation must rest on the founder, and that is why I'm talking about the founder as being one of the reasons why the businesses does not fail. And so what aspect of the founder is lack of vision. So when a founder does not have vision for what he is building, he tends to give up during the long run. Because of course, at every particular levels of business, there are different things, there are major things that might stand as a reason why the founder would leave the business. So today I'm going to be talking about the founder is part of the reason. So if you're a business owner or you're starting a business or you started a business already and you're thinking of scaling, the first thing I would tell you is to go and get your vision right. So why am I doing this business? What is my sole purpose of this business? Do you understand? Why it is there that all businesses want to make profit? You must come to understand the main reason why you are doing business, and that is very, very important. So have a vision of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And when the vision is clear, you will run with that vision that you have gotten. And even if there is a problem, even if it's not giving you what you want, you can stay true because there is a vision for it. So the first reason why businesses fail is that the founder lack vision. So if you're a founder, start looking out for the vision for the business that you want to create. And that is why I advise a lot of persons, don't just go into a business because you want to make sales or you want to make profits, you want to make money, because that's not what businesses is. Any business that will strive or that will thrive in time, there must be a vision for it. And I do not expect any founder going into building anything or starting up a business because they just want to make money from it and they just crash it. If you have that intention in building any business, nothing is going to come out from it. That's the first reason businesses fail, because the founder does not have vision. Second reason why businesses fail is because of lack of proper management. Yes, I discussed this about in one of the series when I talk about management, but the aspect of management I'll be talking about is when the founder does not give their time to the business. So the second reason is that the founder, it still depends on the founder, but this is that there are no proper management. So when you put management in place, then you find out that you will easily scale. Then the third thing is early scaling. So what I would call early scaling. And as much as this is very important, a lot of people have failed to get it. So I'll just give a scenario. When I started my business, after the first year or the second year, I wanted to scale so fast. So, and the thing about scaling is that it reveals to you what you are not doing right. But this is that there are no proper management. So when you put management in place, then you find out that you will easily scale. Then the third thing is early scaling. So what I would call early scaling. And as much as this is very important, a lot of people have failed to get it. So I will just give a scenario. When I started my business, after the first year or the second year, I wanted to scale so fast. So, and the thing about scaling is that it reveals to you what you are not doing right. So if there is a particular thing that you are not doing right in the business and you want to scale, it will reveal it to you. And sometimes if you are not careful, it will take more from you than you can ever bear. And this can make you to lose your business. So I will give an instance. If you have a customer and as a result of increase in demand, which means the customers for it are now more than the supply, you tend to expand or you tend to scale, and you decide that, okay, let me scale to meet the demands of these people. Now, you should understand that when you are scaling, there are 2 things you should put in mind. So if you are restructuring your factory, you are increasing your factory, and also the increase of cost of production as well. So now, as you are increasing or bringing a lot of funds in to increase your factory, to increase your cost of production, you must understand that there are 2 ways you can cross out from this, which is increasing your price to reduce the customers so that you can meet their demand and be able to balance up, so that when you scale, you can come back to it. And let me explain why this is very important. So let's say I have 10 books that I'm selling, and the demand for the 10 books, there are about 20% now demanding for that 10 books. So what I need to do is that, since I want to build a structure now to scale, and I want to build the things at the back of it, if I continue my normal way, which is there are more demands than supply, and I meet this demand, I meet the demand with the few supply that I have, at the long run, the money coming in, the money that is coming in from your customers will not be able to make you set your factory, which will cost you to start using funds from other places to build a factory. And immediately you start doing that, the other customers that were not being satisfied at the beginning, we tend to start pulling back. So when you've done all your restructuring already, you will now start looking for customers to come into the business, and you will not see it again. So now the structures you need, the factory you need to set to meet the demands that will come in, has been put in place. The production has been put in place, so you're not producing a lot of things. But for the fact that we are not able to match the demand for the people that was coming in, a lot of people will withdraw back to look for other manufacturers or producers for that same thing you're selling. So this is very, very important. You must understand that scaling is a game of wisdom. You don't just want to scale because people are demanding for it. You must understand that if people are demanding for this thing, for me to scale, I will have to match up with what I want to, or the restructuring I am bringing in order to meet the demand. That's the third thing. The fourth reason why most businesses fail is that most people's businesses are their job. Yes. So it's not necessarily a business, it's a job. It's a job they have for themselves. So they create a business and they are placing too much demands on the business. As a result of that, taking a lot of money from the business. So let's say you make 500,000 naira as profit, and because what you want to achieve in that month, it's about 400,000 naira. So imagine taking 400,000 naira to meet your own needs and having just 100,000 to put back at the business. You at the rate of the economy now, everywhere in the world, you might not necessarily be able to scale to the next level. So what I advise most beginners, as people that are just going into business or starting business or still in the first 2 or 3 years, is they should have a job that means their ends meet, while they put back the money they are making for the business to the business as well. So as they constantly do that, to scale will not be that difficult. And so when they want to scale, it would be very, very easy for them to scale. Then the next thing I am going to be talking about, which is the last thing, which is the fifth thing why most businesses fail, is that there is no mentorship or coaching. So most business owners does not have mentors. Now, I'm not talking about just taking a course from somebody and okay, you call it mentorship, and after few hours or few days with the person, you are no longer in touch with that person. No, if you want to go into any business and you have a good vision for that business, the next thing you should be looking out for is a mentor or a coach, or a mentor and a coach that would guide you in every phases of the business. While the coach guides you in every phase, turn right, turn left in your business, the mentor makes sure that you receive the wisdom that you need for that business and everything. This is very, very important. So don't start this year going into any business without understanding these 5 things that I've spoken about, which is no vision, lack of vision for your business. To wrap it up, the 5 things that most people, or you should look out for as a small scale business owner, or if you are going into a business that will help you to scale at every particular time, is number 1, have a vision for the business. Number 2 is management, understand the management of your business. Number 3, don't know, how did I put it? Scaling too fast. So you are scaling too fast without understanding the structures you want to build and the demand that will be coming from the market. Then the 4th thing is that most business owners have their business as their job, and as a result of that, they can't continue with the business for long. Then the fifth thing is, okay, let me go back to the number 4. Why it's on the long run, your business should be paying you. But as a small business owner, the first 2 or 3 years, you should focus on building that business outside of you. So the fifth thing is no proper mentorship, no proper guidance, no proper coaching. See you in my next class. And if this is the first time, again, make sure you subscribe. And if you have subscribed before, comment or ask any of your questions.